Hey there, welcome back. Nikki here, and today I'm going to be sharing a card with you that I made using the Perfumerie Perfect die set from Tonic Studios. Now this is a really cool die set because it comes with all the pieces you need to make these little perfume boxes. I'll show you the dies. Really nice. They have a couple of different kinds of lacy styles that you can decorate the box with. I'm not going to be making the box today, however. I'm just going to be using some of the pieces of the die set to cut some embellishments for my card front. Specifically, I'm going to be using the small tag die right here and the flower dies. Now, I have a bunch of different pink cardstocks that I'm going to use, and I'm going to die cut out a whole bunch of little flowers and put them together and see what I get. Okay, I've got 3 different types of flowers that I'm going to use on the card today. The first ones I have are the ones that are die cut with the Tonic dies. The second ones, I actually decided to incorporate this old punch from Martha Stewart. It punches out some cute little flowers. You can see them right here. And I'll show you how I made these as well. And I'm using my Floral tool set from Tonic to shape these. Now to start with this, I use a middle-sized one, a middle-sized ball to get this going. The trick that I found with this is you don't have to press really hard. I've seen a lot of people when they're shaping these that they push down super hard, and all it does is just kind of create a lot of little seams and wrinkles and things like that, and they don't shape smoothly. So you just need to apply firm pressure and just work around in a circle. You can go along the edges like that. So, and I usually work my way around the edge and into the center. Now I want these to come up like that on the base of the flower. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm just going to take this and work it down and press. So then the petals have this nice rounded shape, and they're all fluffed up quite nicely. So I'll put that aside. And here's the second one. I want this one to curl in. So I'm going to flip that over, and I want to use the, you know how there's a negative and a positive side when you do a die cut? Well, normally I would round it up this way, but I like the look from doing it from the back. It kind of gives it a lettuce edge because that's the part that shows the cut. So I'm just going to work these into shape. I think I've made altogether maybe around 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4 or 5 of each one, just to make sure, because it's much better to have too many than not enough. There we go. That one's curling quite nice. And now the smallest one. And of course I'm doing it on the negative side again. It also depends on what kind of papers you use. This one, this paper, I believe this is an 80-pound cardstock. Technically it works a lot better with a 65-pound, but I didn't happen to have any in these colors. There. So to put this together, I use Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive. It's my favorite glue right now, especially for quilling. This holds quilling paper really good. So I just put a dot in the center there. Whoops. And I put my piece down in. I'm just going to use the tool, the shaping tool, to just tap that down, make sure it sticks. All right, and you've seen these, I'm sure, all over social media. People are using them they make the giant ones for home decor. If you are going to go ahead and give this a shot, but you want to try something like on larger scale, you want to use a glue gun for that, because just regular glue isn't going to cut it because they're so big. So I have these dots. They're from Michael's, I believe, and it has some gems, but it also has these nice frosted ones, and I love those. And I thought that would look super nice in here, just for something a little different. There. I'll set that aside to dry. All right, so the next ones are the little small ones. So these are pretty easy to shape. So I made one with these two right here, and those ones are just the ones that curl in. And this is a lighter paper. I think this is a 65-pound card, so this curls super easy. Just like that. And this one is going to be one of those ones where the petals are kind of rounded, and I'm going to push down the center on the opposite side. Pop that over, press down the center. There we go. And my handy tweezers. There we go. And this one is done the same way. I'll actually do it with a larger one to show you. It's a little faster, but you don't get as much of a curl on the little edges. But you can do it for a start and then come in with a smaller ball just to get a good curve. And there's that flower. Now for the centers of these, I used, let me see, I used the Nuvo Crystal Drops in Liquid Mercury. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a little drop in each one. So, and don't worry if it's not perfect. Most flowers in nature aren't perfect anyway. And while these small ones are drying, we can go ahead and put together the card front. To put this card together, I got another piece of the same pink that I used to make the large flowers. And I had a white piece of cardstock there that I cut to 4 by 5¼ inches. And this pink one is an A2 sized card. And I gave it a few flicks with some Nuvo Mica Mist. So, and this one is Silver Smoke. And I let that dry. It didn't take very long. Went ahead and attached it on there. So for my sentiment, I cut out the small tag. And I'm just going to put a flower over the hole there so you can't see it when I put it on the card. It's going to go right about here. And I'm going to attach it with some foam squares. But first I need to stamp the sentiment. So the sentiment that I'm going to use is from an Altenew set right here. And I'm going to use the Live Life in Full Bloom. All right, stamping in Morning Mist, VersaFine Clair. Probably going to stamp this twice to make sure I get some good coverage. I'm not going to use too many squares, so I have some room to tuck in the flowers in around. Go ahead and pull off the release paper. And lay it right about there. Okay, now comes the fun part, putting on the flowers. Now to put the flowers on, I'm going to use probably a mix of Nuvo Deluxe adhesive and foam squares. I'm not sure though. I'm thinking that maybe I might be able to do it all with glue. So, but firstly, get the first flower down and see how it holds. All right, that's perfect. So I'll speed up the camera here while I'm putting these on and let you see me stick this together. And there we go. All the flowers are on the card front. I went ahead and added a little bit more of the liquid Mercury Nuvo drops to the center. Some of them dried a little bit too flat, so I wanted it nice and round and pearl-like. So all we need to do now is put this on an E2 card base, and we are all set. And there's the card for today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please like and subscribe for more crafty goodness, and thanks for watching.